Evening, gents, and welcome back to midweek All-Star action. We are approaching the last 10 games of the regular season. I'll have a quick look at tonight's fixtures. Got Aborigines versus Vanuatu, AFC Dragons, Blitz, Bushrats, Hobart, Tutavua, Townsville Warriors, Vikings Unicorns, and Wanganui versus Rapa Nui. Quick look at how the table is standing. Vikings setting a rapid pace at the top, averaging more than 2 points a game, followed by Blitz 6 points back, and then Hobart, Townsville, Rapa Nui and Dragons make up the top 6 as it stands. Aborigines down at the bottom on 11 points despite some better performances of late. Bushrats, Tutavua on 16 points, but still only 5 points outside the playoffs, so still all to play for everybody. Tonight's fixtures we've just covered. Had a few requests for early games, late games. Mr. Mega Horse is looking after Unicorns for Snuts tonight and has asked for an early game if possible. We'll see when he gets here. Who else asked to go a little bit later? Steve's here. Jens, I think, asked for a later game. And Rob as well. So let's have a look at the fixtures. Jens is here, so that's good. So let's see where it takes us. Is Hodgie about yet? No. So don't worry about you. Steve. Who's Steve playing? Steve's playing Dad, so we'll start there since both are here. So first up we've got Steve Vanuatu, who will line up like this. I think there was just one change, maybe Zanoni in for the injured Ambrosini, and then sent it onto the bench along with Semak. So that is Vanuatu over at the Aborigines. I think it was an as-is. With just maybe a change on the bench. I can't remember if there was any. Pretty sure it was the same for Daz as well. So we'll kick off the first game of the night. Aborigines versus Vanuatu. Fast start from the Aborigines. Early corner for them. Putting on a little bit of pressure. 3 or 4 corners straight away in the first 20 minutes, even into Dimble who's joined us. Got Jens, Tato, Steve and Daz as well. Hope you're all well, chaps. 5 minutes to go till half time. Flown by, that's sort of not a great deal happened in that last 10-15 minutes. So we get to half time. Aborigines 3 attempts, 3 on target. 4 attempts, 2 on target for Steve. So we'll head across to Vanuatu first. Edmund doing a decent job in goal. Maldini, I believe, on his way out after tonight. And Stelhamidzic on the right hand side having a decent game. Over at the Aborigines, Seb Frey also doing a decent job in goal. And Dai in midfield doing well. Both managers happy with what they've seen so far. So we will run it through to 60 minutes. See if we can get a breakthrough. Mackay with a chance, but didn't come to anything. But it is Mpenza with his 5th goal of the season, who's open scoring for the Aborigines. Vanuatu pushing to try and get that equaliser. Doesn't look like they're going to get it before 60 minutes. So we will just quickly head back to the stats. Fair bit of action in that 15 minutes since half time. So we'll start again with Vanuatu. Stelhamidzic up to a 9. Aldini's still doing well. Simone's picked up a booking. Lee Bowyer's struggling to get involved in midfield. Zeriberto as well. Not really been involved too much. Zeriberto also down on 76 fitness. Apart from that, no real concerns for Steve. So over at the Aborigines, we've got Mackay down on 75% fitness. And Penza with the breakthrough, putting Aborigines ahead. No assist for that goal. So yeah, decent 15-minute period for both sides. Aborigines getting the breakthrough. Stays in with some changes, so we're going to see Zanoni replaced for Martin Palermo. Palermo's going to go to the left of Cliver. Centralise Diego, please. Like that, Steve. Just give us a quick OK. Make sure that you're happy with that. We'll see what Daz is going to do. Van der Vaart for Cambiaso with a downward arrow. Captain Van der Vaart being replaced. Downward arrow on Cambiaso. And that is it. All good. It hit how it looks. Yeah, I don't mind it. I played a save a while ago with 2 AMCs, 2 strikers, and it was quite fun. Right, last 30 minutes. Aborigines lead 1-0. See if Vanuatu can get back into this game. Corner kick, Cliver involved. We've got a red card for Steven Gerrard. So something to think about for Daz. And also Steve with the opportunity to make a change if you wish. I think the obvious one here is just to drop Cambiaso in and play without the central midfielder, but wait and see what Daz wants us to do. Selakovic into centre midfield. No, I have centralised really. Do you want your arrow on Mackay or not? Just confirm, and Steve, just confirm you don't want to do anything. I assume not, but just arrow on Mackay. Magic. Can you look? You can. A quick look at your fitness. You're about 75% back to your rating. Teneto and Semak on the bench. Arrows on Rui. Go up the Alf. I was just going to say that's definitely an Alf bridge style. Even in Rob. So we've got half an hour or so to play. Vanuatu chasing the game. Oh wow, Rui Costa with a great strike. 25 yards out, whip the top free kick into the top corner. And Vanuatu are level into the last 20 minutes we go. Oh, it's flown by with only 5 minutes left. Is the time for a winner? Mackay, Hoffman picks up a yellow card. Still somebody looking for a winner, but we get to full time, and it is 1-1. Entertaining 1-1 draw to kick us off. Plenty of chances, 18 attempts across both teams. 11 for Vanuatu, 7 for the Aborigines. Maldini picks up man of the match on his, I believe, last performance before he heads over to the Dragons. Rui Costa with the free kick for the evening, equalising goal. Evening to Duggan, who's also joined us. Yeah, decent away performance from Vanuatu. Red card for Gerrard. Slowed down the Aborigines last half an hour, and Penza scored again. Evening to Hodgie. Yeah, decent, fair result, I reckon, on reflection. Vanuatu put plenty of pressure on last 20 minutes. Aborigines started well, and a point apiece. Next, we're going to go to who are Unicorns playing? Unicorns are playing the Vikings. So we'll get this one on now, as Jens is here and Dan asked for an early game. So for the purpose predominantly of Mr. Mega Horse, who says he has no idea who the Unicorns have, this is how they line up. Elefropoulos in goal, Hupia and Mendes, defensive midfield three of Petkov, Vieira, Bishan, Ortega, Scholes, Rayad, Cole in support of Crespo. And next we go to what did he say about Gallardo? He said something about Gallardo. Squad numbers. Let me just check that. The last thing we want is to upset us with his squad numbers. Just a second, chaps. I can't remember if it was not 24 or giving 24 or something. Any number but 24. So he can be number 33, because why not? Sorry about that delay. Over at the Vikings, they line up like this. Juliano suspended, in comes Mr. Fuchs. Rampant Vikings on a great run of form. Serginho doing well. Amoroso, I think, has got 7 in 7. And looking very strong at the top of the league. So Vikings versus Unicorns gets underway. Joe Colvin ill chance, but it goes wide. Vieira picks up a yellow card, as does Argel. And Van Bommel also into the book. And another booking there. Ronaldinho maybe? I think there's been more bookings than chances in this first half. As we approach half time, another yellow card. And we've got 5 attempts. Just the one on target coming from the Vikings, who did themselves pick up 3 bookings there. Ronaldinho, Argel, and Bommel. Argel having a decent game, winning his headers, winning his tackles. Across at Unicorns, Joko and Vieira into the book. Bishchan and Petkov having solid games in midfield. Jens is going to go as is. I assume Dan will probably do the same on behalf of Smuts, at least for the next 15 minutes. Options on the bench: Oya, Gallardo and Trezeguet. Are you still with us, Dan? Play on for now, magic. So we will run it through to 60 minutes. And we get there just about. Not a great deal of chances in that 15 minutes. Bishan is up to a 9. But no real change for the Unicorns. No fitness concerns in there either for Dan to worry about. Across at Vikings, nothing that stands out. 6s, well, a 6 for Van Bommel, 7s across the board for everybody else. No concerns with fitness, so it's up to the managers now see what they want to do in the last half an hour to try and turn this game in their favour. Ronaldinho trying his best with a couple of key passes in there. Jens is going to leave it as is, so we're not going to see Guede or Luis Enrique. So we'll just hop over to Unicorns and see if Dan wants to do anything. Swap Cole and Skull. Put Petkov alongside Cole. With short arrows on them both. Petkov alongside Cole. Oops. Like that. Just give us the OK that you're happy with that. Magic. So just the one change and a little reshuffle for the Unicorns. Vikings go as is. So we'll see if we can get a goal or two in this last 20 minutes. Another booking picked up there. 15 minutes to go. And it is Joe Cole with his little reshuffle and drop back to central midfield, who's opened the scoring for the Unicorns. And what a fantastic performance this would be away at the Vikings. And that is 1-0 to the Unicorns. Fantastic performance away from home, 8 attempts, 3 on target. Restricted the Vikings to just 5 attempts. Man of the match goes to Bishchan, 9 tackles, 8 of them won. 5 out of 5 headers won as well. Ortega with the assist for Joe Cole, and a really solid away performance from the Unicorns. Well done to Dan. Vikings probably didn't create as much as they usually do. Some decent performances in there from the centre backs and the defensive midfielders, but it's the attacking players that didn't really get involved. And for that reason, they've gone down 1-0 to the Unicorns. Well done to Dan on behalf of Smuts, and unlucky to Jens. Next, we've got AFC versus the Dragons. There was no submission from Rocks, so it is an as-is. I don't think there was anyway. And across at the Dragons, we have got. What did we have? Mido is in. Turam is back. David's into midfield. Imar drops out ahead of his pending exit. So let's see how this one goes. Two sides who have had decent starts to the season. Early pressure coming from the Dragons, a couple of corners early on. AFC coming back into it a little bit now as they get towards half time. Fine save from Buffon denies AFC the chance to take the lead. Still AFC as we get towards half time, but it is Luca Toni at the other end for the Dragons, who continues his good run of form and puts them 1-0 up on the stroke of half time. Had the more chances, 5 attempts, 4 on target for Dragons. Just a couple of attempts for AFC. Rox is with us. Good evening to you. Quick look at Rox first. So Bigione on an 8, 6s and 7s for everybody else. No fitness concerns. But just look at how low them passing numbers are. They've just not been able to get hold of the ball at all. Over at Dragons, Luca Toni's goal assisted by Gattuso, having a decent game in midfield. Buffon doing a decent job in goal. And again, no issues with any fitness for the Dragons. So as is, I would expect from Duggan. And as is, it is from Duggan. Just give Rox a quick look and see if he wants to do anything at the break. Madeira and Shevchenko, along with Liverani, are the options. Short on the wing back arrows, I certainly can do that. Is that all? Anything else? Bring on toe for Paragon. Magic. All done, rocks. Just give us the okay. So Toe Madeira is on at half time. Kick the second half off and see if that makes an impact for rocks. Tony with another chance over the bar. We get through past 65 minutes. A quick look at the stats. Still nothing more from AFC in that 20 minutes. Just one attempt, I think, from the Dragons. Go to the Dragons first. We've got Turam on a 6. Everybody else on 7s and 8s. Everybody in the high 80s or 90s in terms of fitness. Literally just had a header wide. Maybe so, but your match stats have not changed since half time. Weird. Over at AFC. This is how it looks. Are we going to see Shevchenko before his pending exit? Duggan is going to run it all the way through to full time and trust his boys to see it out. Like that. Anything else? Happy with the configuration of the midfield three? Any additional arrows? Lovely. Magic. So, 3 strikers now for AFC. No change from Duggan. Tony's still involved. Plenty. So Madeira with a chance, but it just goes wide. Down at the other end, and it is Lillian Turam with his first goal for the Dragons. Puts them 2-0 up, and we head towards the last 5 minutes. And it's looking good for a Dragons away win, and that is what we get. AFC 0, Dragons 2. Fair few chances in that last 25-30 minutes for both sides. Evening to Savage. Roberto Carlos picks up man of the match for winning half his tackles and a couple of headers. Seems a strange one to me. Some low passing numbers in there for AFC. Cuenca did okay in goal. Zanetti on the other flank also doing okay. Over at Dragons, solid away performance, a 9 for Luca Toni. Assists from George Atos and Gattuso. Turan with his first goal sealed the deal. And that is that. Next we have got Townsville versus the Warriors. Hodgie lines up like this. I think we've got Stankovic in for... Stankovic in maybe... It was one change. Not Stankovic, but Pat Satsoglu moves back into midfield. Nesta comes back into the side for Hodgie. And across the way in the Yorkshire Derby, we go like for like in terms of tactics. Mendieta in central midfield, Podres supporting Cizalco. Plenty of pending transfers for a new look Warriors from hopefully next week. A good look at Hodgie at Townsville versus Warriors. Kick off now. And Maxim Cizalco has the ball in the net early doors, but it is disallowed. But this time Mendieta has scored and it's going to count, and it's 1-0 to the Warriors, who have made an electric fast start away at Townsville. Cizalco with a chance. as well. And another one. Kaladza goes into the book. Good save by Andre from Morientes. Padres with a chance forces Silarko, but still can't get that second goal. And it is Maxim Sisalko does double the Warriors' lead on his last performance for the club before he leaves for the Unicorns. And we get to half time, and that felt pretty dominant from Warriors. 7 attempts, 6 on target. Just the 2 attempts from Townsville go across to Hodgie first. Silvestre, Stankovic not having good games, down on 5s. A few 6s in there too. Del Piero doing okay out on the left hand side. And Kaladze picked up a yellow card. Over at Warriors, we've got 2 assists for Dimitri Podres, which is nice to see. I'm sure Mr. Megahorse will appreciate that as well. Cesarco and Mendieta with the goals. And a pretty solid away performance so far, but only halfway through. I don't know if Hodges with us. Did he drop in? I can't remember if he is here. Just wait on Hodges and see what he wants to do at half time. Just quickly have a check on the fitness. Rollmates, so both managers are going to roll. We'll get to 60 minutes. Clompy picks up a yellow card. And we head towards 60 minutes and we get there just about on 59. Just one attempt from Townsville since half time. Go across to Hodgie first. No real change in performance. Pat Zoglu up to an 8. He'll be doing well in goal as well. I think we might see Brozek and or Tristan. Maybe with a defensive midfielder sacrifice, potentially Stankovic not having the best of games. Stankovic off for Tristan is what we're going to see. 2 up top. Centralise the DMCs. And that will be all magic. So, extra striker on for Hodgie. And we are going to leave things as they are. And we'll play it through to a conclusion. It's like with a chance, but comes to nothing. Tristan looking to get involved. We head into the last 5 minutes. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything, and we get a third goal from the Warriors. Podres tops off a fantastic performance after his first 2 assists with a goal. Warriors run out 3-0 winners. 4 attempts from Townville, 9 for the Warriors. In terms of ratings, a 4 for Silvestre. Saw quite a few 4s and 5s. Last time out with Dan, I think it was. Stankovic who got pulled off. Veron with a 6. A decent away performance from the Warriors. Podres picks up a 10 and man of the match for his goal and 2 assists. Also, a high check with an assist. Mendieta, Cesarco and Podres on the score sheets. Yesterday, Mendieta and Maxim have had decent games. They are both on the way out. We will welcome Crespo and Paddy V. Well played at Hodgie, unlucky. And we move on to Wanganui versus Rapanui. Wanganui line up like this, slight tactical tweak, as well as Georgic into the side. And I think Gary Neville for a suspension for Montero. And across at Rapanui, Rob lines up like this. Roy Keane is back into the side, and Fernando Torres gets a run out up front instead of Elber. So Wang. Oh, we've got a ghost game, so sorry to Rob and Mike. You're going to have to hang on. So now we're going to go to Tutavua, who line up like this. It wasn't as is from Chris. So KD's not with us tonight, but has left some instructions. Well, essentially, don't do anything unless he gets a red card or an injury. Pretty familiar lineup from Hobart, who started well. What happened? It was a ghost game, Savage, so you're going to have to hang fire, unfortunately. Hobart started well, but have dipped off a little bit of late. Maybe not so much in the league table, but in terms of results. So Hobart versus Tutavua. Yellow card for Carlos Jacks. Early doors. Robbie Fowler, I think that was with a chance. Giggs getting involved. Hobart. Tomasi's picked up a yellow card. Giggs involved again. He's looking busy in the first half. Agahow with a chance. Seen it as well for Hobart with a chance. And it is Nicky Ferenko, who's having a fantastic season. Picks up his 10th goal of the season already. And Hobart lead on the stroke of half time. With their solitary attempt on goal in that first half. Tutavua, 4 attempts, 3 on target. KD's not with us, so he is going to roll, but a quick look at the stats. Assist coming from Filipescu. Tomasi and Jacks have picked up bookings over at Tutavua. I don't know whether Chris or Liam are with us. If you are, give us a wave. Let us know if there's anything you want to do. You see a magic. And they are going to roll, so we'll get straight into the second half. We get to 60 minutes, and on the stroke of they're both here. Good stuff. Well, boys, get your heads together because Carlos Jacks has just made it 2-0 to Hobart, and you've got some thinking to do to try and turn this one around. You've got Emerton on a 6, Hakan Mill doing okay, but has picked up a yellow card. Robbie Fowler struggling up front. Is it time we're going to see Darius Vassell from the bench? Haven't got any fitness concerns, so it's all down to what you want to do to turn this one around, chaps. Dante, roll it through, magic. Fowler off for Vassell. Just the one change, Chris. Just give us your okay, mate, that you've done. Is there anything else you want to do? Oh, good, magic. So the Rice Vassell is on. Hobart haven't even registered a second shot on the stats yet, but lead 2-0 from 2 attempts. Can they hold on? Can Tutavua get back into it with Darius Vassell on the pitch? Ronaldo with a chance, and Agahawa as well. They are pushing for this equaliser, a couple of corners as well. Agahawa heavily involved. And they do get one back with Ronaldo with his 5th of the season, again on his last performance before he leaves the club, ahead of a busy transfer window that's going to get going after this game. 15 minutes to go, slow it down a little bit. Oh wow, Agahawa has equalised. Carlos Jacks with a chance, it falls to Rossini. Nigmatula with a big double save. Fantastic turnaround from Tutavua in this second half. Oh, we've got a red card. Saeed has been sent off. He was the last man. And they're going to have to play the last 10 minutes with 10 men. Are they going to try and hold on to what they've got and sacrifice a forward player? Maybe bring Matty Holland in? Are they going to leave it as it is? Could potentially just drop Agahawa back into midfield and plug that gap a little bit. Dan, let me know if you want to do anything, mate. I'll just have a quick look for you. Tomati and Jacks on your cards. So Dan is going to do York for Tomati. And to top. Like that, Dan. Just let me know that that is exactly what you mean. Magic. So, what have we got? Drop Agahawa back to centre mid. Arrow on Agahawa, yes or no? DMC arrows off. Like that? Or do you want an arrow on Agahawa? Just confirm that for me, please. And then we'll get back into it. Last 10 minutes. Exciting conclusion. Really good game. Tale of two halves. Spot on. Magic. So we will run the last 10 minutes. Hobart 2, 2 to 2. 2 to down to 10 men. Good save by Enigma Tulan from the free kick. Nikiforenko's bringing it forward, linking up well with Jax. Jax strikes, but it goes over the bar. Down at the other end, Emerton's coming forward. Agahawa and he's hit the bar. We're heading towards stoppage time. Is there any late drama? Unfortunately not, but probably game of the evening so far. Great entertainment, 2 apiece, 18 attempts between the two sides. 7 attempts, 6 on target for Hobart, 11, 8 on target for 2 Tavua. Agahawa picks up man of the match. Emerton and Decor picked up the assist. Ronaldo with the second goal for them. Nigma Tulan had a decent game in goal as well. Over at Hobart, just the centre backs really who didn't have the best of games. Solid performance across the board from everybody else. Filipescu picked up an assist. Good game, fair result I think on reflection. Well played at 2 both. We have got the Blitz versus the Bushrats. Now Tato wanted it out of the way. And here it is. This is how the Blitz line up. Michelini maybe in. But Dyer's back in. Zambrot switched back to the left. And that is how the Blitz go tonight over at the Bushrats. We've got a change of tactic. We've got Drozdov coming in for his first appearance in midfield 3 with Foe and Sand. Robin partners Montella up front, Kuhl in the attacking midfield position. So we've got the Blitz versus the Bushrats. Good luck to Dimble, good luck to Tato. Fast start from the Blitz, and it is Cabello that has put them 1-0 up on 4 minutes. Bushrats trying to get back into it, but struggling to break the Blitz down. Do look dangerous every time they come forward. Robin. 5 minutes to go to half time. Robin, out of pretty much nothing, has bagged an equaliser just before the break for the Bushrats. We go in to half time at 1 apiece. 7 attempts, 5 on target for Dimble's Blitz, 5 and 2 for the Bushrats. Assist coming from Contra on the right midfield. Robin with the goal. Montella having a stinker. He's picked up a yellow card and he's on a 5. Everybody else on 6s and 7s. Probably going to need to up that a notch if they want to get anything from this game. Over at the Blitz, just Henshaw, potentially a mistake for Robin's goal, down on a 5. Cabello on an 8. Assist coming from Michelini, who's also picked up a yellow card. Tato is going to go as is. We'll just see if Dimble wants to do anything. I would suspect not for now, and he confirms, and as is. So we will get the second half kicked off. Problem with a chance. Couple of yellow cards. We get to 64 minutes. Montella has blown a chance. Yellow card picked up from for Kaluzhny there. Plenty of attempts, 17 attempts already. Still got 25 minutes to go. Over at the Blitz, Henri on a 6. Pretty quiet game for him. Hussein as well. Also quiet. Henshaw down on a 5. Across the bush rats, Montella still struggling. 3 attempts, no on target. Yellow card as well. Valharan on a 6 at the back. That's all. Is that as is again, Dimble? So over at the bush rats, we're going to see Roberts and Montella. Manager's favourite ZZ Roberts comes on for Montella. Was that another as is, Dim? Or are you just still thinking? I'll just give you a minute. And see. Stanic and Alex, the attacking options on the bench for Dimble if he does want to do anything. I've just got an as is followed by a that's all, but I don't know if there's anything that's missing from the middle. Swap Henri. It's not all coming through, Dim, so I've got swap Henri, swap with Henri. That's all. But what am I swapping? Stanic for Hussein, swap with Henri. Stanic for Hussein and swap with Henri. Yeah, that's all. Stanic for Hussein, swap with Henri. Magic. Thank you, Horse and Tato, for just confirming that. So, 25 minutes or so to go. Blitz 1, Bushrats 1. Even game so far. Let's see if we can get a winner. Drozdov into the book. We've got 10 minutes to go now. Excuse me. Dyer involved, and we've got a knock for Henshaw. I assume that will be a straight swap for Lusanov. I'm just going to pencil that in and await Dimble to confirm. Magic. Lusanov it is. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Is there any late drama? Is there a winner? Cure with a chance over the bar. Henri squirms, but on the second attempt, Henri has grabbed a late goal, which looks like it's going to be a Blitz winner. Blitz coming forward, looking to put it to bed. Sands picked up a yellow card, topped it, and it is 2-1. Just as Tato says he would take a draw, Henri snatches all 3 points for the Blitz with a couple of minutes to go. Really, really entertaining game. 26 attempts between the sides. Only 3 out of 11 on target for Bushrats. Montella had a really, really poor game. ZZ Roberts didn't do much better when he came on. David Dye did a decent job in goal, but 6s and 7s with a couple of 5s in there. With the exception of Robin, who did okay. Absolutely right, Doug and Blitz are the informed team in the league at the minute. They are cooking. Shotis picks up man of the match. Lusanov came on, made 3 passes and got an assist for Henri with the late winner. Kaluzhny doing a decent job in midfield. Well done to Dimble for that late winner. Unlucky to say it was a very, very entertaining game. And we go back to the ghost game that we missed earlier to conclude things this evening. We've ran through the teams, so that is a reminder how Wanderers line up and back across to Rapa Nui. Torres in. Roy Keane back in. Okay, so Wanganui versus Rapa Nui to conclude this evening's fixtures, chaps. And it is Pavel Nedved in the very first minute opens the scoring for Wanganui. And it looks like it's all Wanganui. Roy Keane is into the book, and it is Georgic, but it is ruled out for offside. It's still Wanganui come forward. Yellow card, I think, for Guerrero there. Yellow card for Gary Neville on the stroke of half time. 1-0, first minute goal from Nedved. Just 2 attempts on Wanganui, one from Rapa Nui. Felt a lot more Wanganui dominated from that, but not a great deal of chances created. Some really solid defensive and midfield ratings in there. Cannavaro providing about as much protection for Carrick. Jesus Christ, Rob is going to roll as is. Guerrero on a 5, so plenty of 6s in there as well. Cannavaro actually doing okay on an 8. But both managers are going to play on, so we will kick off the second half. Torres coming forward, and it is Guerrero, but it has been ruled out for offside. Collins with a chance. Yeah. But it comes to nothing. Candela picked up a yellow card just before the stoppage, just the one attempt in the second half so far. Struggling to get the forward players involved are Rapa Nui. Collins on a 6, Torres as well. Guerrero having a stinking game. Over at Wanganui, solid in defence and doing enough going forward. Eric Addo picked up the assist for Nedved. And we've got 30 minutes remaining. So we'll just wait and see what the guys want to do. Guerrero is going to go to midfield with Matt Kerr. Guerrero midfield centre with Kerr. 3 up top. Like that, Rob? Just confirm. Any arrows? Or is that everything? Nice, good stuff. Cross at Wanganui, we're going to see Tinga come off for Henrik Larsson. And that is all for Mr. Savage. So, final 30 minutes. Not been a game filled with chances like the previous couple. But Savage won't mind if this result stays as it is. And it is Johnny Cheddar who has been sent off. We've got 17 minutes to go. And Wanganui down to 10 men. Potentially see Chris Hope come and slot in for maybe one of the attacking midfield players. Rob, have a think if there's anything you want to do in response to whatever Mr. Savage decides to do. Super narrow. All the arrows and everything. Arrow to midfield centre. Like that. Oh. Not like that. Like that. Just narrow. It really is narrow. Magic. And Rob is going to put arrows on the midfielders. And we are going to see arrow to midfield. Oh, okay, I get you. I'll do that 1 second. Salas is going to come on for Fernando Torres. And back to oh, sorry about that. Logo arrow forward like that. Straight as it was. Perfect. So, come at me, Rob. 20 minutes to go. Rapanui chasing the game against 10 men. Appeals for a penalty, and it is being given. Henrik Larsson has got a second for the 10 men of Wanganui, and the super narrow is doing bits again. Collins with a chance, but it goes over the bar. He's gone really off the boil of late, and no wonder Rob's decided to move him on. He's peaked already, and Wanganui gets the win, 2-0. Rapanui struggled to break down the narrow, even with a man advantage. Just a 5 attempts, 2 on target, 6 and 5 for the home side. Gary Neville picks up man of the match. Some solid ratings in there. Rustico and Addo as well. Gary doing a decent job as a target man up front. Barthez doing okay in goal as well. No real change in the second half. Struggled to get the attacking players involved. Guerrero was appalling. Salas came on for Torres and didn't do anything. And Wanganui take the 3 points with the 2-0 win. And that concludes the games this evening. So the classifieds look like this. Aborigines 1, Vanuatu 1, AFC 0, Dragons 2, Blitz 2, Bushrats 1, Hobart and 2 Tavua with a Desmond, Townsville 0, Warriors 3, Vikings 0, Unicorns 1, Wanganui 2, Rapanui 0. How that impacts the table is like this. Blitz closed the gap to 3 points on Vikings. Hobart remain third. Dragons up to fourth. Wanganui fifth, and Rapanui in sixth. Just outside the playoffs, Townsville on 23, Warriors 22, Vanuatu 21, Unicorns 21, AFC 20. And then a little bit further back, we've got Tutavua on 17, Bushrats 16, and the Aborigines on 12. Play stats, Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira share the top spot in terms of average ratings, and a host of players there also on 8 or above. In terms of goal scorers, Collins still top scorer, but his form's been poor of late. Probably not scored for 4 or 5 games. Nikiforenko on 10 alongside Clivert. Cisalco up to 7 with Totti and Amoroso. Assists, Serginho still leads the way. Romadal back one behind on 6 with Eric Addo and Zambrotta on 5. Red cards, 2 for Okawonkwo and Stam. One of the matches, Patrick Vieira with 4, Serginho with 4. Tackles, Elias 7.9, Kamuna 6.8, Vieira 6.5. Will be playing in the same team very shortly. Dribbles, high check leads the way for Warriors, followed by Zeriberto and Kieran Dyer. And that is that. Team stats, Blitz 4 wins on the bounce lead the way. Townsville second after tonight's defeat, and then Aborigines in third. Hobart with just 1 point from the last possible 15 shows just how exceptional the start was, considering that they're still only 6 points behind the Vikings. Right, that's it for tonight, chaps. I will get the transfers processed hopefully before the next game. Fixtures, next time out, we've got 2 weeks until the next fixtures in game, so hopefully all the transfers should get through. Bushrats, Wanganui, Rapanui, Hobart, Dragons, Aborigines, Tutavua, AFC, Unicorns, Townsville, Vanuatu, Vikings, Warriors versus the Blitz. So I will get the transfers processed, hopefully, get the save pressed on and uploaded and packed out. Probably won't be tonight, more likely to be tomorrow, but get it to you as soon as I can. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll catch up all with you soon.